Hi, my name is Mark Goldy, and I made this, the motion deck light. I wanted to talk a little bit about this deck light because it is deceptively challenging to make a motion deck light. More so than what I realized when we first were going to make it. We had a deck light and the AA version deck light, and that's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple deck light. On this one, the motion sensor really adds an order of magnitude more complication to the design. So the motion sensor actually works on heat. It detects heat changes moving around. So it's sensitive enough that things like drafts will affect it. Like if you have a hot driveway, the heat rising up off the hot driveway will trigger it. So we had to do a lot of work to limit the airflow that goes past the sensor and kind of isolate the sensor from the environment. And on an outdoor product, that's pretty hard. This style lens is something we hadn't made before either, because most of the time when you have a small motion sensing product like this, you'll see kind of this bubble lens, and in most cases it's not a true lens. It's really just sort of there for show. But we wanted an extremely functional, effective lens that adds to the performance of the product. We didn't really want to make something that sort of worked, so we wanted to go with something that we knew we could get a lot of performance out of, which was something more along the lines of what you see on a security sensor. With these products, we put a big emphasis on ease of installation, and a lot of that focused on the mounting bracket, which you see here. This interfaces with the light at these two keyways in the bottom, but also at this latch up top. During our testing with the latch, we found that sometimes if the wood was really rough, we had to design around the irregularities of the wood, because wood is an extremely unpredictable material. It's really difficult to predict how it's going to weather, how it's going to warp, and this bracket had to be able to deal with all of it, deal with anything. And one of the ways that we manage with that is the screw holes at the top and bottom here aren't just circular, they're slots. This hole here keeps it from, if the screws kind of start to go in any old direction, it keeps the bracket from bending. And the hole down here, which is a horizontal slot, allows you to adjust it so that it's vertical, so that it's straight. So we wanted again, ease of installation. We needed the adjustments to be really easy to make, and so you didn't have to bust out a bubble level and a pencil and do all this stuff. You don't even have to measure if you don't want to. Put a lot of work into just a mounting bracket. It's not very exciting, but we made it exciting. We made it interesting. So it's interesting to me. Oh, and also a lot of our products are battery powered. And so it's also with the installation, our installation process is really important. So is the battery process, the battery experience, the customer's experience with the batteries. And the design of this battery compartment, I think first I had all the batteries horizontal, and then Roger says to me, well, if you made these two down here vertical, kind of this I don't know, looks kind of like pi. There's my math nerd coming out. It kind of looks like a pi symbol. It'll allow you to move the batteries out a little bit, and you'll have more room for the LED. The LED in here that controls the whole lighting effect. And so by that little change, just the battery orientation, we're able to achieve a better lighting effect. So when you look at our products and you see those kind of details, they're intentional details, and they improve the product on a whole. They improve the product for the customer.